Hello there everyone, it's Lulu and I'm back again, and this is day 2 of me working on my project. The dress one, not the basket. I decided to leave the basket till the end because I really I don't know what I should do with the basket. I'll figure it out once I have the skirt. But yeah, I've been working on the bodice this morning and I have to work on it quickly because I am going to be heading out soon to go meet up with some friends. I actually curled my hair to meet up with them as well, actually. So yeah. Right, I'll set this up and I'll show you guys what I have so far. Because I did do a few things that I want to record down in case I forget. Yeah. Hello, I'm back again. So, this is what I have so far for the bodice. It's looking pretty nice. This is still just the front centerpiece. Not the front centerpiece, the front piece. I attached like the side pieces to the centerpiece. I'm not sure if you can see the seam. Because like, the patterns actually line up very nicely. You can kind of see it, like the blue and the gray, those two don't match, but like the horizontal stripes line up perfectly. And it, wow, I did not expect that to happen. I guess that is kind of what I asked for when I decided that the bottom edge is going to like follow one of the stripes. Yeah, I don't know if I recorded this before or mentioned it before, but I did add like a ruffle to the top. I just added it right sides facing each other, stitched it on, did like a zigzag stitch. You can kind of see like the remnants of the zigzag stitch over here. But yeah, I did a zigzag stitch to keep the ruffle from fraying, and then I did like a rolled hem to hide the zigzag stitch and all of the ugly edges. And that's also kind of what I did for like the bodice seams as well. Yeah, I did like a rolled hem to hide the ugly edges and keep it from fraying. Because I didn't want to just like serge it or do a zigzag stitch. Because, I don't know, I feel like this makes it look nicer. And it just looks more clean, more finished. Because I've decided that I do not want to do a lining for this. Because if I do a lining, that means I have to cut out more pieces. I have to stitch more of it together. And I have to serge many more seams. And I also have to iron all of it out. Yeah, this is looking pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. This is like, here. This is what it looks like so far. My bust isn't very big, so that's why it's like not super duper curved. But it makes it easier to sew. The top part over here, I had to like do a zigzag stitch because it was just too stiff for me to like do a rolled hem. By the way, is it called like a rolled hem or like a French seam? I believe it's called both. Because like I do know the French seam is also sometimes referred to as like the seam where you like sew it wrong sides together, flip it around, and then do like another stitch to encase it all inside. I mean, it basically does the same thing. It's just done differently, I guess. I'm not very knowledgeable in sewing terms. I just have a sewing machine and fabric and I just stitch stuff together. Never gone to any fashion school or fashion course. But yeah. Next thing I'm gonna do is probably, I guess... Alright, I have to cut out a lining for the back. It's like for the back panel, it's gonna be like a shearing panel, so I do have elastic thread, but I don't want to learn how to use it, so I'm just gonna be using elastic and sewing like channels. But to sew channels, that means I have to have 2 layers. So I'll have to cut out some lining for that. But yeah, I guess the back is going to be lined. Not the front though. Because I do not want to sew another bodice. Yeah. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like using chalk to draw out the patterns. I like to just use my pins, just pin it where it should be. Cause I guess, I don't know, chalk, it's really messy, gets everywhere, and I just don't really like it. The chalk that I have at home, it's not really easy to use. I have to press really hard and go over the lines multiple times for it to show up, which is a hassle, so that's why I just use pins. That means I need a lot more pins, because I always run out of pins. Well, you can never have too many pins when you are a seamstress. But yes, that is my update so far. I will go cut out some lining for the back, and then I think I'll sew it together. Wait, should I do a full situation? I could do something like that. Have the back. Because if I have lining, I could just encase the side seam. The layer over here is going to be the big nice layer, and the layer over here in the back could be the lining layer. I'll have to serge this later to make sure it doesn't fray, and all those as well. But yeah, I could do something like that, or I could just sew it on together as one piece and just hem it off. I think I'll just sew it on together as one piece, the back layer as just one piece. And then I'll just do the rolled hem trick as well, because that way it will match the front, even though you can't really see the stitches. But yeah, okay, that is the game plan. And I also need to figure out how to do those sleeves. Oh right, wait a minute. I have to sew it all on all 3 sides. It's so much work. Okay. But it should be okay. Yeah. I will need to probably do a basting stitch to attach the lining together, but before that I have to get the shoulder straps ready, because once I have the lining, I'll have to attach the shoulder straps to in between the 2 pieces of fabric, between the nice layer and the lining layer first, and then I'll do stuff. Yeah, and then I'll stitch it to the front piece. Yeah, okay, we got a game plan. And I don't think I have enough time to do any of this. Oh yeah, I definitely don't have any time left. So I will have to continue all of that tomorrow. Which is unfortunate, because I was hoping to finish the dress in I don't know, an hour, so I can wear it to go meet with my friends. Oh well. I'll have to call her out some other time, so that way I can show her my dress. But yeah. Bye. Hi. Another update. So, turns out the clock was wrong. I actually have 15 minutes to sew. Let me check. It is 9:21, and I'm going to meet my friend at 9:45. So it takes me 10 minutes to walk there. So yeah, I have 15 minutes. Don't quote me on that. I can't do mental math. But that means I should have enough time to cut out a lining for the back, and then I can figure out how to do the shoulder straps. Because in the pattern that I found, it was just straps, ruffles on the side, which is very, very cute. I'm just a bit worried because I'm planning on wearing this over top. So I don't know how well that'll work, if it'll stick out weirdly. But it should be fine-ish, I'd say. We will see. But yeah, I will cut out the lining. The lining fabric I have is actually another old bedsheet of my parents. It's very, very thin, this one. See, it's like nearly see-through, which concerns me a little bit because I'm afraid it might rip over time. But then again, the fabric I have is quite heavy and it doesn't really like to be ruffled much or like bunched up much. Like I have this like shirt I made a while back. As you can see, it's like made of the same fabric, but like it doesn't really like to be scrunched together because it's a bit thick. It's like cotton, so yeah. But if the lining is thin, it shouldn't affect the shearing too much. Might be able to help as well. So that's what I will be doing. Let's just pray that it won't rip apart one day. If it does, it's going to be a hassle to replace. But yeah, this is what I'm going to do for now, and I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow or maybe later in the day. Bye bye!